Surface shaders. Alright, surface shaders. The word itself describes what we're studying, the surface of something, right? I'm using Photoshop as my whiteboard here to illustrate some stuff. Again, kind of sucks with the whole Wacom drawing tablet thing, so if I draw out what we perceive as a surface, if we were to take something and bisect it on the side and then stare at it right down the surface itself, we would probably see something like this. Now, there's a difference between that and this. Okay, so we describe these surfaces as being high fidelity and low fidelity surfaces. This has a surface noise, but really the surface noise is quite great on a high fidelity. And we'll think of this as like big boulders, rocks, and stuff like that. So if I was to take a mountain, cut it, and just take one solitary inch and stare down the surface of it, I would probably see, something similar to this. Okay, which is a high change between here and here. And this would be a low fidelity because it's here and here. So low fidelity is mainly what we're dealing with in some cases, but when we're talking about high fidelity, yeah, rock surface. Anyway, so our job as shading developers or artists that use 3D is to manipulate this surface, but we can't manipulate the surface. We can manipulate how light interacts with the surface. That's what a shader does. It does have nothing to do with how the surface is bumping out or whatever. It's all about how light is perceived to be bumped out on it. Alright, now, just know light comes in like this, and light leaves at the same angle it came in at. Okay? That's how light works. Light does not interact with the surface like this. Unless the surface is, it just doesn't do that. It always comes in an angle, leaves at an angle. Now, how we manipulate this light hitting the surface is just with two colors. The colors black and white. Okay, so black meaning no change whatsoever, and then white meaning some kind of change. And you'll find that in most cases it is black and white, but there's other ones like object space and tangent space where we can actually manipulate light to not only interact up and down. So we can show the surface being this way or this way. Okay? But with tangent normal and object normal, we can actually see light coming in at that angle and leaving at the other angle. Okay? That's the difference between normal mapping and bump mapping. Bump mapping is white, gray, black, and we can only see surface change when it's either straight up or straight down. And that's what the case is in most shaders. But normal and object, we can actually see it go in an angle and come out at an angle. Very cool stuff. So I had to use this elementary type of thing for you because really to understand it you have to separate yourself from all the software, the shaders, the everything, and study a little bit about light and how it works. It's a very fascinating principle. There's no doubt about it. How we as artists can manipulate the surface like this. But the real fun stuff is the practical use of it. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next video.